So, viewers, this is Cynthia Michael from Screwy Review, bringing you a new podcast on my segment called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breach your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. So anyway, if you're over 18, then you need to go to watch this podcast. So anyway, let's get to the final episode of Lupinranger versus Patranger. So this is the final episode of Lupinranger versus Patranger. So let's get into this bitch. Yay! So basically, the episode starts off when it left off. The Little Rangers managed to defeat Zamigo inside a dimension. That was located inside Boss Darwin's safe. So basically, where Darwin keeps all his liquor items at in a special dimension inside his safe. So basically, after the Liquor Rangers defeated Zamigo, Darwin had noticed that the Liquor Rangers also in front of his dimension that It seems like Dogman knows that the Liquor Rangers defeated Zamigo after hearing the conversation that Liquor Rangers that the Liquor Rangers had defeated Zamigo. All the people that he captured in ice are now free. So basically, Dogman said, "Well, I know that Zamigo will probably fail, but as for your Liquor Ranger friends, it looks like they're gonna be stuck in my body safe for a long time." So anyway, basically now the Liquor Rangers are stuck in the Darwin safe that's located on his chest. So basically, the only way the Liquor Rangers can get out of that dimension inside Darwin's safe is Darwin used to open his safe, and Darwin was not going to let the Liquor Rangers out of his dimension inside his safe. So basically, the Patrangers and Liquor Rangers, the Patrangers along with Ranger X try to force Darwin to open his chest and free the Liquor Rangers, but they got their ass kicked really quickly. So basically watching from the sidelines was the Good Striker. The Good Striker went to a secret location where all the liquor items that the Liquor Rangers and the Patrangers helped gathered were being kept. Turns out that the book that Mr. Cogwell had when he put all the liquor items in every time they get a new liquor item, they always put it in the book. But it turns out the book is just some type of it's a special transporter for liquor items to be teleported to a secret location. It turns out so basically the liquor book that Itakaka used to store all the liquor items that the Liquor Rangers and the Patrangers helped gather was not for sure. It turns out it was just a transporter for the liquor items to be they put the liquor items in the book. The liquor items go to a secret location. So basically, the liquor items so basically the book is not a storage device. It's just a transporter device for the liquor items to be transported to a secret location safe and whatnot. So basically Mr. Cogman was at the secret location where all the liquor items were being stored, and the Good Striker was asking Mr. Cogman, me to find the list items to help the Patrangers and Ranger X, help open the Darwin safe too. That way we can beat the list Rangers. So anyway, so basically inside Darwin safe, inside the mission inside Darwin safe, the Listen Rangers was trying to find a way out, but out of the mission inside Darwin safe, but it seems like there's no hope. So basically they was looking at all the listed items floating above their heads that Darwin's been using against the Patrangers and Ranger X and whatnot. So basically, like, so basically, like, so basically, like, so basically, Lifting Yellow was like, only if we can find a way to get these listed items outside, only if we can find a way to get these listed items out of Darwin's safes, and that's when Patranger had a good idea. So anyway, we see Darwin looking at all the destruction he did to the city, like, after, he says to himself, maybe I overdone it by destroying the city. So basically that's when the Patrangers and Ranger X showed up, and once again was trying to stop Darwin and trying to get him to free the Listen Rangers. But Darwin's like I said before, I ain't gonna open my safe. I ain't gonna free your goddamn Listen Rangers. So basically, the thing I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna kill you guys. So basically, using the powers of the Listen Item in his body says, Darwin was about to kill the Listen Rangers until the Listen Rangers, stop him from doing so. So basically, the Listen Rangers had the book that Mr. Kagura gave them, where he used to transport all the Listen items to the. So basically, the Listen Rangers, took all the listed items inside his safe, inside Darwin's safe, and put it in the book. Therefore, they showed that at the secret location where Mr. Kagura and the rest of the listed items were being kept at. So basically, they used the book to teleport all the listed items out of Darwin's safe. Therefore he was not fit. So basically, they used all the listed items. So basically, they took all the listed items from Darwin's safe, put it inside the book, and all those listed items were being teleported to the secret location where Mr. Copper and the Good Sucker was at. So therefore, Darwin was not very powerful anymore. So basically, that's when the Patrangers and Ranger X took advantage of this. They morphed into the Patranger form and start to battle Darwin. So basically, using the power of the Silent Striker and the Victory Striker. So basically, Ranger X. So basically, Ranger X used the power of the silent of the Victory Striker to battleizers and Patranger used the power of the silent striker to transform into battleizer form and try to take down Darwin. But Darwin was still standing. It was still standing after those powerful attacks from the battleizers of the Victory Striker and the Silent Striker. So basically, at this point, Darwin and the Patrangers and the Lupinrangers were exhausted. So basically, once again, once again, so once again the Patrangers asked Darwin to let the Rangers out of your safe, and once again Darwin refused to tell him hell no. So basically, we see the Patrangers, having flashback all the good times that they had with the Lit Rangers, or the good times they had with the Lit Rangers and whatnot. And we see Patrick Red walking towards Doran, what his gun so basically walking up to Doran, pointing his pointing his gun muzzle at Darwin's head. So basically, that's when the scene went black and we heard a gunshot. So basically, everything just went black after that, and we just heard a gunshot. So basically, we see Patrick Red walk towards Darwin, pointing his gun at Darwin's head, and everything just went black after that, and we just heard a gunshot after that. So basically, then we cut to a year later. So basically, we skip to a year later. So basically, we skip to a year later. So basically, the city is. So basically, in this year's time skip, we see the city has been rebuilt, and the Patrangers were heroes and whatnot. We see the loved ones. We see Lipton Red's brother. We see Lipton Red's brother. We see Lipton Blue's fiance. We see Lipton Yellow's best friend, living their lives. So basically, turns out that Patrick Red didn't kill Darwin. Turns out that Darwin is being stored in a secret jet under the global police headquarters. So basically, that turns out that Patrick didn't kill Darwin. He was just kept in a secret jet under the global police headquarters. So basically, the Lupinrangers are still trapped. Inside Darwin's safe. So basically, it's been a year. Darwin's still alive. The Lupinrangers are still inside. Darwin's safe after this year time skip. So anyway, so basically, and the city is rebuilt, and the Patrangers are heroes and whatnot. So basically, but there's still some dangerous monsters. Still out there with listed items. So basically, as usual, Jim Carter, the hopeable, but alarm for the often terms, there's some dangerous activity going on in the sea. So basically, they saw this dangerous monster who had a listed item in the safe, somewhere at some dinner theater and whatnot. So basically, before the Patrangers start to engage this dangerous monster, out of nowhere, we see the Lupinrangers in the flesh. So basically, the Patrangers was kind of shocked, how you guys got out of Darwin's safe. So basically, it turns out that remember the jackpot circus from the first movie. Turns out that the jackpot turns out that it was the jackpot circuit that helped them got free from Darwin's body safe, from Darwin's safe. So basically, the jackpot circuit used the book to teleport inside Darwin's safe. Therefore, once the jackpot circuit is inside a game with monster safe, he has the ability to take control of that game with monster, and therefore he used power. So basically, the jackpot circuit uses powers to make Darwin to open his safe, and and help the Lithuanians get out of Dolan safe. So basically, the jackpot circus showed up, and using his power and using his mind power to make Dolan to open the safe, and therefore the Lithuanians got free. So basically, so basically the Lithuanians last time we saw you, you flew away. Who caught you? So basically said the new type of beast caught me. Turns out that Lithuan's brother, Lithuan Blue's fiance, and Lithuan Yellow's best friend, came back to feast to order to capture the jackpot striker to help them be free from Darwin. To get them set free from Darwin's save. So basically, the Lithuanians was happy to see that the ones were okay. So basically, that's when we get this hot moment that we see Little Red mate saying sorry to his brother that sorry, I've been a hard ass towards you, bro. So basically, we had a hot moment, but Little Red saying that I sorry I was an asshole towards you, bro. So basically, Little Red's brother was like, it's okay. So basically, they hug it out. So basically, after explaining that to the Patrangers, so after they explained it to the Patrangers, realized that's when Patrangers said, you guys do. So basically, you guys don't have so basically, the Patrangers realized why you guys are still at the feast then. So basically, the other ones are back. So basically, there's no reason for you guys to be Phantom Feast anymore. So basically, but the Lithuanians say that we still, that is true, but we still have a job to finish. So basically, there are still some Gangwitch monsters out there. There's still a few Gangwitch monsters out there, but Little Islanders and plus young Little Islanders do well. So basically, the Lupinranger is saying that once we get all the Little Islanders, including yours, our job will be finished. So basically, the Patranger told them that told the Lupinrangers that you guys ain't gonna get all Little Islanders. So basically, like usual, the Patrangers and the Lupinrangers morph up and start to fight the Gangwitch monster and the Gangwitch foot soldiers, but at the same time fighting each other. So basically, like usual, we see the Lupinrangers and the Patrangers fighting each other while taking down the Gangwitch foot soldiers and the Gangwitch monster. So basically, the Lupinrangers managed to get the Little Idol from the Gangwitch monster, and the Gangwitch monster managed to get away. And then we see the Lupinrangers and the Patrangers. We see the Lupinrangers and the Patrangers pointing their guns at each other, like you're under arrest. The Patrangers saying that you guys are not getting our Little Islanders. So basically, telling them that you guys are under arrest. And the Lupinrangers say, and the Lupinrangers we'll see about that. And this is how the episode ended, with the Lupinrangers and the Patrangers pointing their guns at each other, you're pointing the guns at each other, and this is how this final episode ended up. So basically, this is how the final episode ended up, with the Patrangers, once again, the Patrangers and the Lupinrangers pointing their guns at each other. The Patrangers telling the Lupinrangers that you guys are under arrest. You guys are under arrest, and the Lupinrangers say, well, we don't think so. And this is how the final episode ended up. So basically, this final episode was pretty. I would say this final episode was not a bad ending for the Sentai, but but I will get into that. So basically, this was not a bad episode. this was not a bad final episode for this Sentai series. But I do have some, but I will get into more details about the whole for the whole series of this. But alright, this was not a bad final episode of Little Ranger versus Patranger. So basically, this final episode of Little Ranger versus Patranger was okay. So anyway, what do you guys think about this last episode of Little Ranger versus Patranger? Was it good? Was it okay? Or was it just nah? Please let me know in the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, this is Sincere Michael for School You Boo. Signing off. 1,